Hello and welcome to Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce, where we connect with local Troy Chamber members as they give us a glimpse into their company and share some of the business lessons they've learned along the way. Hi, everyone. I'm Tara Tomczyk-Husak, President and CEO of the Troy Chamber of Commerce, and I'm joined by our amazing and comical co-host and Vice President, Sheila Dunstead.
Hello, everyone.
First, I'd like to take a moment and thank our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. Stay tuned for our very first commercial break where you can learn how you can rely on Trion. So, Sheila, we have a very fun guest. I know I say fun all the time, but this person, I almost said his name. That was going to be almost cheating, like a sneak peek. But he is a friend of ours as well, but he has also done such amazing work for the Troy Chamber. So without further ado, why don't you do some introductions?
I'm going to do some introductions. I'm going to introduce you to a really cool cat. His name is Jay Adams. Jay is the owner of the Gold Innovision team. Let me try that again. I apologize. It's a long story. All right. Today, I'm going to introduce you to a really cool cat, Jay Adams. Jay is the owner of the Gold Innovision team, a web development company specializing in app development. He's been a self-taught app developer for over 8 years and has created several impactful applications, including our amazing Troy Chamber app and ZipGold, a lead generation app that connects customers with local service providers across more than 60 professions. Jay is passionate about helping local businesses thrive by providing digital solutions that bridge the gap between service providers and their customers. Jay, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Jay, I'm going to get things started. Firstly, we have received such amazing feedback on the Troy Chamber app. And you know, and I know we could not have done this without you. So, firstly, thank you. And yay, it's doing great and it's amazing and it's connecting our members to things that they never knew they even had the opportunity to have at the palm of their hand. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
But app developer, how did you choose this path? Why did you go this direction?
Well, so 8.5 years ago, I was an insurance agent. And I got my license doing life health and I think life health. And so I came up with an idea I wanted to buy leads, and I came up with an idea of how to do them because I got like $500 together, and then I bought leads from a company, and basically my money was gone. So like as you know, when you buy leads, you put money in your bucket. If a lead comes in, that lead is shared by 5 other professionals. The first 2 people call it, they get it. Everybody else is out of luck. Yeah. And so I had an idea. I had a company create a website for me. They charged me like $6,500 and they dumped it in my lap. And they were like, okay, you have this website now. You have to find marketing. You have to find somebody to do the database. You have to find somebody to do like the back end stuff. I had no idea where to go. So they gave me the login credentials to go in and look at the website. So I looked at the website and I broke it all down and then taught myself how to build it back up. And then by doing that, I'm like, okay, as professionals, we're on the go. So how can I change this to something that we're on the go, basically an app? So I taught myself how to code. And that took me like, my first app took me 3.5 years to build. Wow. And so it's been
it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve.
It's been a process.
Yeah.
It's been a process, but I love it.
Wow.
So Tara mentioned we love our Troy Chamber app.
Very much.
It's something, as you know, working with us, our team and then some of our members, it's something we've wanted for a very long time. So again, thank you. But how did creating that app for a business association change your perception or how your desire to approach businesses, and how do you now temper yourself to that?
Well, I had to take myself out of everything. I had to listen. Because, I mean, all businesses are different, but we're all in it for the same thing. We want to provide, we want to take care of our families and ourselves. So I had to, listen to what the businesses needed. And I know my skill set. I know what I bring to the table, and I know what I want to do. So, just me listening and me trying to mold what I'm building to help these businesses out That was the biggest thing that I've learned and taken from, working with you guys
Yeah.
and things like that.
Well, and obviously we work with a lot of local businesses. You've been getting busier. It's nice to see that. But these are obviously different businesses of all the industries. How do you kind of figure out what's the best thing for them?
Again, listening. Listening to what their pain points are, listening to what they're trying to either like build or like how they're trying to change the game, and just basically just doing that.
As you're listening,
Okay.
and as you're continuing to grow with different businesses, how are you telling them, I'm hearing what you're saying, but with my experience, I'm seeing something different?
Ooh, good question.
That's very hard.
Mm-hmm.
That's very hard to do because as business owners, these are our babies,
Mm-hmm.
and I've done this too. Like sometimes it's hard to listen, hard to take people's feedback or critiques or things like that. So I've learned very well to how to say things to people so they don't either get offended or like clam up, and they can understand and they can see it from a different point of view. It's basically the same idea that they're giving me, but just to tweak a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah, just to help them out.
Did you do that word stuffing to me? No, I'm just kidding. Just teasing. Well, guys, I think this is a great moment to take a quick break and hear a word from our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. We'll be right back.
I'm Joe Vicari, President and CEO of the Joe Vicari Restaurant Group, which encompasses 24 restaurants throughout the country. Trion's able to provide for our employees health insurance, 401ks, vacation time. All of that helps us compete against larger companies for top talent. Happy employees make for great service, and that's what our restaurants are known for. That's why we rely on Trion.
You can always rely on Trion.
I'm Joe Vicari, President and CEO of the Joe Vicari Restaurant Group, which encompasses 24 restaurants throughout the country. With the addition of Trion, our general managers don't have to spend hours doing paperwork and putting people in our system. All that's done by Trion now, so they can work on what they are there to do, take care of our customers. That's why we rely on Trion.
You can always rely on Trion.
Welcome back to Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber. We are here with Jay, the app extraordinaire. I was just like saying that. So Jay, I do know this for a fact. We are the very first Chamber of Commerce app that you developed.
Yeah.
And can you talk us through some of the challenges, other than having to deal with me almost every day, I would say, from daytime to evening? Pretty much, yeah. What are some of those obstacles and challenges you had to work through, and how did you overcome them, and maybe some lessons learned about working with these larger scale associations?
Again, taking myself out of it and listening and making sure that what I'm building is it makes your job, the chamber's job, these other professionals' job much easier. We have so many different things that we use on a daily basis, as far as like business owners, as far as like platforms that we're trying to do to make money off of, to get what we're trying to get out to the community and to everybody else. We're trying to use so many platforms to do that. And I feel like what I've created takes all of those things and puts it into one place. And I feel like that will help all of these businesses out here. And
I think that's one thing to note, is that when you're actually building a Chamber of Commerce app, it's not really about one business.
No.
It's about hundreds of businesses. I didn't think you knew that you would be manually importing every one of those, like close to 800 members, but that's a whole nother story. But I think what was so exciting was the day that we were able to launch like push notifications. As silly as it is, we have restaurants who maybe they don't have very many reservations that day and they want to fill their restaurant. They can give a discount and shoot it out to all of our members.
Yes.
Where how often are you going to look for a restaurant discount while you're driving down the street and pull up a website?
Yeah.
You're just not going to do it. But now it's so simple and so functional. It's really exciting to see how you've helped transform us as a chamber.
Yes.
That wasn't even a question. That was just a straight declaration.
I'm like, okay.
You're
You're
awesome. But I guess when you look at the app, you must feel a little bit of pride towards
I
it.
do.
What was the most kind of exciting part of developing it?
Um,
Other than working with me and Sheila. No, I'm just kidding.
that was the most exciting.
Yeah.
But a couple of things. Me entering in all of the members, it took me 2 to 3 days to do that. But doing that, I'm like, okay, this is a lot of. These are a lot of businesses, a lot of people that can benefit from this.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just like how when we had an idea of what it was going to look like, and then we changed it, and then it was like almost like an aha moment when I seen it and all the screens and how everything was functioning. I'm like, okay, this is nice.
This is it.
This is good. This is good. And I showed a family member, which is she's very. Not hard, but she doesn't like mince words. Like if it sucks,
She's
sucks.
honest. She's honest.
Yeah. And so she looked at it. She's like, "This is one of the most beautiful apps you've ever built." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Aww.
Yeah. So
Tell her thank you.
I will.
Well, actually, thank you. Let's be realistic.
Well, it leads really well into my next question then. So you know, our app is beautiful, but what about your app, ZipGold? What can you tell us about it?
Okay. Well, ZipGold is another one of my babies. So when I was an insurance agent, the website was called You Decided. Basically the same concept. So basically how it works, it's an app that connects consumers to local service providers. So the consumers that are looking for local services to the local providers that are looking to provide those services. So there's 60 different professions in the app, anywhere from accountants all the way down to roofers and web developers. How it works is consumers, instead of, like, if a consumer needs a plumber, instead of you going on Google or asking a friend or family member, hey, do you know a good plumber? You basically download the app, create an account, which is completely free to do, and you put in the service requests. You enter in the zip code that you're in. You enter in a brief description of what you're looking for. You enter in, like, if it's urgent, if it's like just a standard request, or it's like, I need you like right now. And then you click on the profession and you hit submit. On the professional side, how it works is professionals, they do not share leads. So professionals pick the areas in the zip codes that they want to work in. It's only 2 professionals per zip code. So if it's 48092 and me and Tara are both app developers, we'll be the only 2 that will have that zip code for the month. Any leads that come in, so say if 40 leads came in today, you'll get 20, I'll get 20. We'll never see or share those same leads.
Oh, wow.
So it's it's almost like a round robin. If a lead comes in, she'll get the first and I'll get the second, and it keeps going like that. At the end of the month or the first of the following month, I go in and I wipe all the zip codes free and clear, and professionals go back in and they grab zip codes again. So that's basically the gist of how it
more
works.
puzzle pieces.
Oh, I was gonna say, that led perfectly into what you did for us in the chamber.
Yeah.
I mean, wow, I didn't realize that. I mean, perfect.
So before we go into another question, I will say you are someone who truly knows how to embrace a chamber membership. I think when you came in, you automatically became popular. Literally in a few seconds, it was one of those moments where you really took the initiative. How, coming into a chamber, did you know the right steps in the right directions? And how did you kind of develop your brand so publicly, so quickly?
Well, it was kind of hard because I'm kind of a shy person as you get to really know me. And I had an idea for the Chamber app because I had the platform before that I built for another company. And I was talking to Yarrow, and he told me to talk to you. And so, and I talked to Evan too, and she told me to talk to you. Yeah. and I wasn't gonna do it. We were at one of the events at Firebird Tavern, and you were walking out, and I'm like, screw it. And I just ran up to you and started talking, and then it just took off. But I just think I've been through a lot in life, and I understand a lot of things. And so I just try to take myself sometimes out of the equation, but also like think about how I would feel and how I want to be treated. And so I go around trying to treat people the same way.
It's amazing how when you lead with respect and kindness, how quickly it can come back.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. Well, we talk about hard work because I know you worked extremely hard on this. I mean, I have text messages from like 11 o'clock asking me what color blue I liked in that moment. But the reality of it is it takes so much more than just hard work. What advice would you give to an entrepreneur trying to take that next step and build their own company?
So it's a hard one, but what I would do, and this is something that I learned through my journey, is a lot of people, they like to project their fears and insecurities on other people, right? And they're not doing it like intentionally, but it's just something that just happens.
Mm-hmm.
And as an entrepreneur, I would say, if you're starting off, I wouldn't tell friends or family members what you're doing. I would do all the research on it.
Yeah.
I would, if it's app developing, I would try to like talk to other app developers, see how they're doing, what they do, and things like that. I would do the research on like the lane that you want to go in. If you're trying to build apps for a certain profession, talk to those professionals, see what their pain points are. Then I would brush up on my skills for 6 to 8 months, but I wouldn't tell anybody what I was doing. And then once you get something that people can see that works, then I would like roll it out and start talking about it. Because again, they project their insecurities and their fears on other people, so they may talk you out of what you're trying to do.
They're
Especially
building
if you
those
love
doubts.
them. Yes, those doubts. And everybody has doubts, but like if you could just stay focused and true to yourself and like really, really, really understand what you're doing and like perfect your skill set, you'd be able to do what you need to do.
You don't want to rob anyone of their joy.
No.
Dude, thank you for
Yeah.
being here today. This has been so much
This was a fun one.
Really enjoyed it. What's the last bit of something nugget you want to leave for our listeners?
I love this line, and I've heard this several times, and it's if you live for the cheers, you'll die by the booze. And that's again for like the entrepreneurs, like don't go after the I can't think of the word I'm trying to say. Not vindication, but basically don't go after the pat on the backs right now. Just like get your stuff together, get what you're doing, like be the best that you can be, and then roll it out. That'd be my advice.
I love it.
I also think his advice is to download the Troy Chamber app today.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Please download it.
Well, Jay, thank you so much for joining us. Obviously,
Thanks for
we're
having
huge
me.
fans. We see this app not only helping our members, but eventually one day every Chamber of Commerce calling you up and saying, we need this app too. And
Yes.
we fully support that because obviously you've done wonders for us. And the more the merrier. We think it's just wonderful what you've done. So thank you so much. Guys, that's all we have here today on Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce. Again, special thanks to Jay and also our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. To learn more about Troy Chamber events or how to join, go to troychamber.com. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Bye now.
Bye-bye.